It's one of the co-hosts of CNN This Morning, Donald Lemon. Now, our old buddy, Chris Licht, he used to stand right over there where Tom...
Who is it?
Chris Licht, he's the CEO of CNN. Right. He's your boss now.
Oh, he's not there anymore.
He used to stand right over there. He used to stand right over there and hit the applause sign right before into commercial. Basically, all his job was. And now he's got a really hard job, which is running CNN. The word on the street is that you guys aren't allowed to be liberal anymore. Is that the case?
I don't think we ever were liberal.
What?
Yes, I don't think we ever were liberal.
Not me saying that. That's the people out there saying that he's not letting you be liberal anymore.
Well, listen, I think what Chris is saying is that he wants Republicans, sensible Republicans. He wants us to hold people to account, but he wants people to come on and feel comfortable with coming on and talking on CNN and appearing on CNN. So if you invite someone in your house, you want to make them comfortable, but also by the nature of what we do, we have to hold people to account. And so that doesn't necessarily mean that we're going liberal or conservative or whatever. It just means that we are doing what we do, and that's good journalism.
So, accountable, not confrontational.
I think sometimes one must be confrontational. Look, I don't think that a conversation on television should be any different than a conversation in person. Listen, I have confrontational conversations with people I love, and I have uncomfortable conversations with people I love, and I think it's necessary. And I think it's also necessary to do that on television, on CNN, but you can do that without being vitriolic. I think not being vitriolic is maybe a better way of putting it, but you can do that and not have vitriol. And you, as people say, you can disagree without being disagreeable. And so I think that, that's what our mission is.
Let's talk about the most important news that happens every year when the ball drops in Times Square. Okay, it's very important the news networks cover New Year's Eve because people might think that time had stopped.
Right.
And but if Anderson and Andy are out there saying it's midnight, we go, oh, time continues, entropy exists. I'm so glad CNN covered this. But this year, you've been out there many years. You've been around you and Gary Tuchman and various people down out in Vegas or around the world. CNN, actually, the great thing about CNN is they cover New Year's Eve starting in Sydney, like all over the world. Because the global thing. This year, you guys aren't allowed to drink. How do you feel about that?
Well, I'm
legally, you have to drink in New Orleans.
I'm in New Orleans.
You could be arrested for not drinking in New Orleans.
I am from Louisiana. Mm-hmm. And so as soon as I step foot off the plane in Louisiana, in New Orleans, it's like, Don Lemon, hey, you're home. Let me buy you a drink.
Sure.
So I don't know what the hell I'm going to do this year. Do you have any advice for me?
What's your go-to? What's your cocktail?
Tequila.
Would you like a little
tequila? Yeah, of course.
Sure, there you go. There you
Boss.
Go. There we go.
Boss, this is, you know him. He's going to get me, you're going to get me in trouble?
He doesn't work here anymore. He can't stop me from doing...
We do a little bet. We had a little side bet. If I'm going to win or you're going to win.
About what?
So obviously we had a little conversation.
You and Chris?
Yeah. And
before you came over?
Yeah, he said, if you talk about me, it'll never make air.
Ha!
And he said, because who cares who I am? I said, well, you're a different Chris Licht than you were when you worked here.
Yeah, no one cared about him when he worked here. But now he's a media mogul.
Yes.
Yes, he's a titan of the industry.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So then we'll pretend this is New Year's Eve.
Happy New Year, Don!
Did you just get me fired, Stephen Colbert?
I hope so. You know who really likes a drink?
No.
Chris Licht.
You're making this really easy for me.
You're loving this, Chris, aren't you?
I cannot wait until I talk to him.
They're telling me to rap over there.
No, can we continue to talk about Chris?
Sure, let's talk smack,
So
baby.
what should I know about Chris Licht? What should I know? Give me some advice. I should have done this before I came out.
When he was in high school, he was a radio DJ.
Right.
On a classic rock station and went by the name The Licht Man. There's so much more to talk about.
I know.
But we gotta go.
You're the best, Stephen.
Don, lovely to see you. CNN This Morning airs